All right, and we are live. For everyone who is with us here on Tower TV tonight, can you hear us? We're having to do some quick changes to a few of the technical doohickeys, but that is okay. If you can hear us, we are good to proceed. Whenever we do get there.
We're getting sound through it. So.
We're getting a sound through the computer?
Oh yeah, I hear us through the headphones. This is very loud.
All right, so we might need to quiet that down a little bit.
I'm just going to set it over there.
Just going to put it over there?
Hurt me inside.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, it's on my phone.
Language.
I'm a dummy.
Language.
We need a little censor button. They have those.
I know they do. Be like, oh, oops. But yes, welcome back, adventurers, to Tower TV. I am Wyatt.
I'm Alexa. I forgot that was my cue.
My goodness. We're off to a strong start, but that is okay. Oh boy. Alright, so we are here at Tower of Games on Virginia Beach. On Indian River
It's not even
Road.
like Virginia Beach Boulevard or anything.
Nope. We are in Virginia Beach. And we are bringing to you a stream for all the things that have been happening in Tower 1 and even some for Tower 2 in recent time. That being said, for the agenda today, we are going to be having some introductions, which has already proceeded, question mark. We're going to have new arrivals, some Magic the Gathering updates, because inventory has been wild. We also got some updated weekly event schedules, some store inventory, some Tower 2 events, and where you can find us, as is our usual outro. And that being said, let us proceed. Alright, so what do we got on this new release goodies?
So it looks like the first thing that we have on here is a Black Templar army box.
Yay.
Did we get some to our lovely little helper today? Oh,
we do.
Did.
Our lovely helper. Bringing back all the memories of all the Christmases where all the little kids are called little helpers. It's so great.
Is our little helper, our store kobold, whatever you want to call him.
Our store kobold is
I wanted to say goblin, but he's very insistent he's a kobold.
That is true. He's very insistent he's a kobold. Can we get like a little Santa hat for him, a little bell on it?
Oh my gosh, can we please? But then he'd be like an elf. I'm the elf here. Diminutive elf, not Lord of the Rings elf.
Oof. But yes, for the Black Templar Army Box, it is the newest release for Games Workshop and 9th edition. This will have inside of it an alternate cover codex supplement for the Black Templars. It is also going to have a Primaris Sword Brother right there. It is also going to have a Emperor's Champion. The new sculpt is going to be over here. What's up? Thank you.
It like that, yeah.
Yeah, teamwork. Let's see, where was I? We have a new Marshal, which is going to be over here. And as far as the big earner for the box, it's going to have a giant dreadnought. Because when you play the Imperium, you need dreadnoughts, right? Yeah, you need dreadnoughts. All in the audience currently approve. So we'll go with that.
Our audience.
Yes. And it also comes included with data cards and decal sheets. That is going to be selling in store for $199. So pretty much 200 and some change is what's going to be looking like when we go to the register. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we also got some Pokemon stuff up next. We got a restock in for Pokemon Sword and Shield Battle Styles. Not a new release, but it is new in store. So it gets its own little spot. Can you see that?
So those can be sold as boxes. They can also be sold as individual packs, correct?
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't want to commit to a full box, but you do still want that sweet, sweet serotonin of opening a pack, you can get that for relatively inexpensive.
$3.99 a pack.
It's cheaper than the Magic packs.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Pokemon.
I don't need to get into Pokemon too.
Smacking the table. Rude.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. But yes, even for Pokemon, the V-Decks are in inventory. Let's see, the V-Decks. I got them in here somewhere. Yep, V-Battle Decks. They are farther down here. So since our lovely helper has reminded me, we'll just go ahead and hop right to it. The Pokemon V-Battle Decks are also in store. They're going to feature Rayquaza V and Noivern V.
I'm so glad you said those, because I would have butchered both of those.
Rayquaza is the Star Guardian Pokemon that usually kept Deoxys in check, and so that's who he is. A lovely gentleman. I believe it was Pokemon Emerald where he was featured on the cover.
He says this like I know any of this.
But you work at the nerd store.
I work at the nerd store, and you taught me magic. Like, I came here without knowledge about anything but D&D.
Hey man, you still work D&D though. Sorry, I'm just having too much fun with myself on the camera.
Okay, maybe we need to turn this away from you.
It's all good. But yes, the Rayquaza and Noivern V-Decks are going to be ready to play outside of the box, and they are a fairly low challenge level for starting out. So if you are brand new to the game, they are a great product to start out with. There is a combo pack, and where you can also buy the two decks separated. As far as what I have up here, I'm going to have the combo decks and singles for you guys. But available online at TowerGames.com, I only have the individual decks. I had to check.
Unfortunate.
I know, it is. But that's okay. So if you are looking for getting a new friend of yours into Magic, not Magic, that's other elsewhere. I have too many games in my brain at once. If
We
you're
got a lot to talk about today, so he's just all over the place.
Truly. But yes, if you can get a friend of yours, say at school or at home, into Pokemon, one of these decks is a great way to start out. And that is Pokemon. But what is up with the newest TCG that we have acquired?
So this is something that has actually been like talked about in store for quite a while now. Mostly in passing because unfortunately until recently we didn't actually have the solid details of it. But we actually just got the My Hero Academia.
Welcome to My Ethereal Academia.
I don't think I'm ever gonna live that one down. My Hero Academia, the card game.
Yes.
So
and we've also got all the deets on it. What we got?
I was gonna say the deets, and then you so rudely interrupted me to say that we had deets.
I'm sorry, I'm excited.
Man's got too much energy right now. So we have a couple of different products for it. We have the booster boxes, which is, because this is a brand new card game, this is the first edition limited printing. So if this is something that you are going to want to get into, you're going to want to do it fast because once they're out, they're kind of gone. Each box has 24 booster packs inside of it. Each pack contains 10 cards. There will be 1 rare/ultra rare card, 3 uncommons, and then 6 commons. The set contains a total of 2 secret rares/alternate art secret rares, 19 ultra rares, 24 rares, 47 uncommons, and 48 commons. So there's a good variety of cards in there. And again, this is the first edition, so get in fast.
We've had some folks actually open up a few of the packs in the store, and it's like, you know, I don't know how to play the game, but can I just get all of Class 1A, please? Because even Aizawa has a card, and let me tell you, that man looks good in foil.
I've been told I should watch My Hero Academia. I have yet to do that, so again, this is his area of nerdery.
Do I hear a binge party? Just watch
Gosh, no.
all the seasons.
How many seasons are there?
I think 4 or 5 right now.
Oh gosh, that's nowhere near as bad
And
as I
2
thought it was gonna
movies.
be.
I think there's 2 movies.
I thought it was like more akin to like Bleach or One Piece, where it was like
No, not there yet.
87,000 episodes.
That's Black Clover. That's where that's going.
And then we are also selling a 2-player starter pack. It looks like it is sold out at Tower 1, but there are a few left at Tower 2. They are a set of rival decks featuring Bakugo and Midoriya.
Yeah, you got
said it right.
Yeah.
On the cover, so you know what to look for. And it is the best way to test the game before diving into the booster boxes because it was made by people who understand the mechanics of it and have created a deck to make sure that you guys have a balanced way to play. That can be found for $29.99. So again, we are sold out at Tower 1. Tower 2 still has a few, so you should go get it.
Go fast! But yeah, that's what we got for My Hero Academia. For Dungeons and Dragons. I just gotta make a little sound cue with that on it, just like Dungeons and Dragons.
I just keep imagining what it is. Is it the true crime where it's like dum, dum?
I guess.
I don't remember what it is. But
Oh no, hold on. That's the Special Crimes Unit, I think it is.
maybe.
Maybe. Those are for later.
Yeah.
It's like Dungeons
Okay.
and Dragons. Hold up to all the D&D things. No, it's this thing.
I will say, for future streams, we should probably put all of the one product stuff together.
This is new arrivals. The rest of the restocks is later.
Okay, but we also have
Special Victims Unit. Thank you.
Thank you. You're wonderful. Thanks
you,
for
Scott.
distracting him. No, we have more than. We'll talk about this later.
Thank you,
So-
Scott.
Anyways, moving past that, for Dungeons and Dragons, we have a couple of new products today. One of which I'm just gonna take charge on. Because he is, you broke him. Thanks, Scott. We really appreciate it. So first of all, we got in several new. Will you just left quieter? We got in several new battle mats for Dungeons and Dragons this week. There are 4 different ones. So we have a general Grasslands mat. We have a general Tundra mat. There is a Forest mat, and there is an Oceans mat.
Yes.
So,
Oceans are the best. And so we have acquired a singular Oceans mat here to show on screen. Let's see, does this actually fit the frame?
yeah.
Hey! Just yeah.
Gonna like Vanna White it.
Wah. Ching, 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 ching.
So how big are these? They're like huge.
Not entirely massive, but that's mainly because I'm used to the 4x6s
No.
of...
They're there.
Yeah, they are
They're
3
3
feet by
feet by
5.
5 feet. So they're very large, and you got Ocean's perfect for pirate campaigns. I highly recommend them. I desperately want to run or play one so bad. I have a pirate that I missed.
Duly noted.
Oh.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
All right. Well, like I said, I got the character.
Our kobold just whips up his head. What?
Honestly, your kobold and my pirate would get along really well.
So many looks of disgust coming.
Honestly.
From the end of the table.
That being said, we do have all of those mats. They're very good for generalized encounters. So especially like the Tundra, if you decide that you wanted to run Storm King's Thunder, I believe most of that happens.
Storm King's Thunder, I think, is mainly in mountainsides. If you're looking for the like
Mountain's
snow, big snow, that's gonna be Rime of the Frostmaiden.
Thank you. I promise I understand D&D. My brain is just not working. And then Grasslands and Forests are good for literally any campaign.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 0 campaigns where you're never going to go through a forest. It's like non-existent.
It's almost like Wood Elves are a thing.
Except for probably like Out of the Abyss. I bet you're not going to go through a forest now.
This world is on fire.
I've already proven myself wrong. That being said, we have 4 options. They're really good and flexible, and you can buy them for $59.99 each.
Yes, very worth it. Also, I also want to note how Scott has already done a transition into what's up next on the list without meaning to, and I am all here for it.
Okay, well, that being said, I think that we should keep all the D&D stuff here first.
You just want to put all of it at once?
Yeah.
Okay, so that
we
is
do
a
have
new
like
arrival.
another new release D&D, so
We do. All right.
for those of you creatives who really, really enjoy the physical side of D&D, and for those of you who would buy a mat to play on the mat, we have our lovely new paint kit,
Yes.
which our lovely little helper has put up here for us.
And for all of our
I love
creatives who have no
talking
organizational
down to you
skills
right
like
now. It's so funny. I'm getting the biggest death stare. So we have our new paint kits. This is the Death Tyrant. Why are you like this? It is a type of
Who, me?
I just got poked under the table.
Jeez.
So it is our newest paint kit to hit the shelves. It is a Beholder Zombie with paints for some of the transparent parts of it and for the opaque.
Opaque is the word, yes.
Yes, I am aware of what the word is. It just didn't work. And so it looks like it's a really cool set. I mean, that's like super intimidating. I don't know if it's on the back as well. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. That's just rude. I don't want to fight that.
It's a zombie beholder.
So for anybody who is looking for a good way to get into painting for the first time, that's a good set because it comes with all of the materials necessary for it. And maybe you're an experienced one and you just want to play with a new mini. There you go.
Or get a Death Tyrant. But yeah, for the materials, this will have 1 Death Tyrant miniature from Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures, 12 Vallejo colors, 2 brushes, and 1 water pot. Is what's going to be featured inside this paint night kit.
Alright, now we can move on to the next
Now we
bit.
can proceed. Alright.
To the shinies.
To the shinies. The shinies are actually going to be a new item available in store in Virginia Beach. They're going to be gold 1/1 goblin token coins. And they are so small, but they are the follow-up to the initial release of the 2/2 zombie creature token coins. And so these ones are little gold ones. They have little gold plating on them. I'm trying to make sure that they can be seen.
Mine are displayed better.
It is not work. Yeah, fine. All right. First time tuning into their stream, and I already love how dysfunctional it is.
Oh yeah, it only goes up from here, folks.
Wait, up? When did that happen?
I don't know, like 2008 or something.
Woo! Oh, you mean the movie?
So these are the 1/1 goblin creature tokens. They are absolutely gorgeous. I do really like that the artist specifically chose the gold shinies for it because it's so on brand for goblins. We love our shinies. And they are so incredibly polished. I can actually see myself in it. So it's also perfect for the average narcissist. I love these.
Your sales pitch is impeccable.
I'm so good at this.
Yep, and even for alternate uses, these tokens are pretty much just coins in general. So as far as even as far as the other uses that you just read the chat for a minute. I'm loving this, but I am so much the target right now. But I am all here. But as far as what these tokens can be used for, if you play any kind of game where you're going to have a deck of cards that is going to keep track of different things on the table, I have a lot of players like to use these coins as like reminder pieces. So that way before it can actually go to your deck and draw the next card, shuffle, or do whatever you need to do, you actually have to get through that coin. And when you pick up that coin, that serves as your reminder. I need to do this. I need to do something, keep track of somewhere. So for my Magic players, you can pretty much use this coin on top of your deck to keep track of upkeep triggers. Or if you play the Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniatures game, hey.
Do you think he's pushing that game hard enough?
Never! You can actually put it on top of your deck before you go to and discard your cards at the end of the turn.
It is a really good notation piece, and I experimented with the exertion mechanic on a couple of my cards, and so that's one where you tap it and then you don't untap it on your next untap step. So you just put something on the card, and when it comes to your untap step, you remove that. It's really good to keep a reminder for you.
Skills. All right.
Skills would be remembering that you just don't untap it. I don't have skills. That's why I need notation.
You have such wonderful skills. You're able to keep all of this on the same page. That is its own skill set. I press X.
Yeah, that's an X-to-Del moment. But, that being said, I am going to keep us moving. I know I can do that.
Yep.
So, for our next item on the list, we're going to talk about... What's Kenna here? Hi, babe.
Wow.
Kenna's like my favorite person in the world, guys. Sorry.
Jeez. But yes, we actually have a new game in inventory that I'm so glad I didn't grab. But that is a different point. It is Hero Hockey. I have been so confused. Whenever I walk by this box at the store, it is a bright yellow box with heroes that look like... They look like the old artwork for Superman, but drawn like a cartoonish Borderlands. That is what the cover of this board... That's what the cover of this game looks like.
I have a very different mental image of what this game looks like, and I think I need to go look at it again.
However, as far as what Hero Hockey is, think of like a foosball or air hockey kind of game, except it is using magnets and little dudes with tiny baseball bats. And then you swing them to hit the ball into the goal.
That's baseball, not hockey.
I know, but it's two sides. So it's like a hockey board. It is a air hockey setup. And then you have little dudes with littler magnets and little bats. And then you swing it in the goal.
That sounds like fun. I miss games like that.
And it's $30. It's only $29.99.
So what you're saying is, if you go halvesies with somebody,
it's $15 per hero.
Deal.
Already cheaper than some of my models. my other war game models.
I was gonna say this is the Warhammer player. Everything is cheaper than your models.
But that's okay. The loans don't hurt that bad.
You want to talk about your slightly cheaper war game now?
Oh, they're talking about my student loans.
No, that's not a war game, Wyatt. Nor I don't think it's cheaper.
It's not. However, the things that bring me joy in this world are the Greyjoys. Tink!
Somebody come get him and take him away, please.
No worries.
Continue.
Alright, so as far as the Greyjoy box, for those who are unfamiliar with the game, it is a Song of Ice and Fire. It is a miniatures war game that has been published by Come On Games in partnership with Dark Sword Miniatures, I believe. And it is a miniature war game all in the world of Game of Thrones, which has been initially written as a Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. And so as far as what this miniature war game is able to do, it is an entire army in a box. And when you buy any of the starter boxes, or even the 2-player starter box for $150 between the Starks and the Lannisters, you have everything you need to take that game home and play it right then and there. You got rulers, you have terrain, you have different things you can use to set up the miniatures, you have the movement trays, you have a 12-inch ruler, you have everything you need, you're good to go. Also, the rulebook is a pamphlet.
It's really small.
It's wonderful.
When you're comparing to rulebooks for literally any other game, which is like a hardback novel that's this big and it's so nice.
It's like a college textbook for most of y'all.
It really is.
Mm-hmm. And then you have Song of Ice and Fire. It is a literal pamphlet. It is wonderful.
So palatable.
Yeah. And so as far as what we got in, it is the Greyjoy box. The House Greyjoy are going to be your salty seafarers of the Song of Ice and Fire realms. And so they're going to be the raiders. They're going to be the ones that you're going to be having. They don't like to get stuck in, but they are more than happy to stay mobile and keep firing. Because they have archers, they have dudes with axes, and they also have guys with giant warhammers. Hammer time.
So which one of these are you going to make Lucas play is the question.
He hasn't told me yet. I have the Greyjoys and I have the Baratheons.
He's going to teach my husband this game.
I know, it's going to be great. I'm going to have more friends.
I like friends.
You don't have time for friends.
Wow! Oh, okay.
Am I
I see
wrong?
how it is.
So anyways, that's coming out.
It's already out. We just got it in store, and so it is a box that we don't normally have in inventory, but we have gotten it in recently, so that's why it's in here, because it's not seen very often. Normally, you'll see Baratheons, you'll see the Free Folk, you'll see the Night's Watch, you'll see the usual 2-player starter box, but Greyjoy is like one of those armies that are like off to the side a little bit, but they're also the newest released army because they don't have as much support yet, but they are lots of fun. Because they have Victarion Greyjoy, which is a dude with a Kraken helmet and a battle axe. He's gonna get you.
So this sounds like a very iconic character.
Yeah, Victarion Greyjoy and Asha Greyjoy are both in there.
Ah, yes, people I totally know about.
Absolutely, because all of us have infinite knowledge.
100%. Ask us anything. We'll give you an answer. I don't know if it'll be the answer you want, but it'll be an answer.
Or the right one. And we've already gone through those two. And then as far as the last thing, someone called the fire department.
This bit.
What's up?
You missed that bit.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of teaching your husband, well, you did actually kind of touch on it. So you beat me to the punch.
Oh, is he part of that?
Yeah.
Oh, I legitimately did not know this. Continue.
Girl,
I would love to hear about this.
You just got the third eye just opening right now, and it's just happening live for everyone to see. But no, as far as what's happening next week in store for Virginia Beach, I'm going to be doing a 2v2 demonstration for a few of my other buddies to sort of see if we can get a few new players. And so if you are in the area, the scheduling is still being determined, but if you are maybe able to catch us and see a whole bunch of minis on the table of different colors, feel free to check it out, because we are probably playing Song of Ice and Fire, and we are always happy for new players.
Do we have a time for that yet, or a day? Just
Nope.
next week.
We're adults.
Wonderful. All right. So now for our last item on the list. You're gonna have to tell me a little bit about these because I actually don't know that much. But this week, we just got in our Magic the Gathering Pioneer decks. Apparently, these have been something that people have been looking forward to for a little bit now.
Yes. And so for those who are unfamiliar with what happened with Pioneer, think the best way I've been able to listen to Pioneer is as a modern light. And so as far as modern is, if I remember correctly, I always forget if it's 7th or 8th. I think it's 8th edition onwards for modern.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 8th edition onwards for modern. It is going to be probably the most competitive scene for Magic that we have here at Tower Games. That is going to be what you can find on a regular weekly basis. Because I don't have Legacy or Vintage in-house. Because that's a lot of money. But Modern is what's going to be that. Pioneer is going to be starting from Return to Ravnica onwards. And so as far as the Pioneer decks that I have in-house, those ones are going to be selling for $49.99. And so as far as what they are going to be having within them, they're going to be having a full deck ready to play out of the box with sideboards.
Okay. This is the first one that comes with customization options then.
Customization options,
Sort of.
Yeah, so they have a primary deck list. The sideboard is what you can swap cards out of your deck for before you go on to your next game.
When we had the standard decks, I don't think they had those though. This is something unique.
Mm-hmm.
So.
This is something new for this because the sideboard is what will normally kind of differentiate between a very experienced deck and then a more professional or more competitive edge, because then you're giving yourself more options.
Okay.
Is what the sideboard's only going to be for. And even for some of the decks that we have, there's Orzhov Auras, there's Mono Red Burn Classic, there's Sultai Combo. The two cards I saw in there that maybe gave me a hint were Omniscience and Lotus Field as far as the Sultai Combo deck.
Ah, so it's not kind.
They are not kind. The sideboard, I think it's the sideboard for the Orzhov Auras deck, is Thoughtseize in it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Thoughtseize is fun. Let's see. There's also Azorius Spirits, and what's the...
That was all four.
That's all four? Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. I'm getting ahead of myself, but that's okay. Mono red, angry faces. I love it. And don't worry, Scott. I will definitely be getting to what Battletech has later on in the video. Got you covered, buddy. But yeah, for what is next, MTG inventory. If you have seen the front staff suffering for a little bit, that is because we've had buy-in after buy-in after buy-in after buy-in after buy-in after buy-in after buy-in of Magic cards. I have a lot of Magic in store. And so as far as what is happening with the general situation for it, I am not able to keep all of them up front in Tower 1. However, we still have our online inventory, so if you would like to check our full range of MTG singles, the best place to get that done is online at towergames.com. So that way you can peruse what I have up here in Virginia Beach. You can also peruse what I have in our online inventory. So that way you can see all the goodies. Because I can't put them all in our little 3-row box.
There was
them all.
a lot there, and there were some very interesting cards, and then some cards where, like, somebody was like, I was just looking for that, and it's like, hey, well, now we have 6.
Mm-hmm. And for a little unknown fact, we also have a TCG page. Trading card game player.
I was aware of that, but I forgot. So.
You can speak.
It's the best spot for online.
Okay, it is the best spot for online. I have not worked in the warehouse, so I will not know. However, our lovely Kobold here has, and so he would be much more informed of that than I would. But that is okay, because now we all know. So if you like to check out that TCG page, feel free to look us up at Tower of Games. Yeah! Did I get that right?
I'm pretty sure it's Tower of Games. It might be under Hobby Type. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, check Tower of Games, and we'll see how we go from there.
Either way, it's up there somewhere.
Right.
When we get a definitive answer, we can post that in the Discord.
Yes. Let's see. Boop, 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 doo, doo.
I don't know what he's doing.
I'm going through notifications, man.
You don't have to go through notifications on stream, my guy.
I'm not closing them. I'm making sure I can see things. My phone is getting all the things.
So, for our next point of discussion,
Yeah.
that would be our updated weekly event schedule.
Yes, and so I have a lot of communities always floating around, and as the front continues to evolve, Alexa and I will continue to do our best to bring the news to you guys between this stream, the Facebook, and the calendar.
I highly value communication. This is like my top priority is communicating with you guys and commuting within the stores.
And what that normally looks like is, yo, what's the thing? There was a thing!
We're getting better about it.
Yes, we are.
See, this is what's wonderful about this. Like, being able to do the stream, we all know what's going on ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, why don't we start with our first day of the week that is not Sunday, because Sunday's at the end for some reason.
Because Sunday's at the end of the week?
Sunday is the beginning of the week for me. Okay, so chat, I'm interested. Which is your beginning of the week?
Sunday or Monday?
Yeah, so apparently for him it's Monday, so why don't you start with it, you heathen?
Alright, let's go!
From a professional sense, Monday is the beginning of the week.
Yeah! See, that's 2v1.
It's the beginning of the work week, but every calendar starts on Sunday.
The Romans got everything wrong.
Everybody got everything wrong. We're human.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so for Mondays, and as mentioned in chat, our boy Scott is in there. And so if you'd like to hit him up for some shenanigans for Battletech or just giant multi-ton mechs swinging it out, you are able to join them on Battletech or Mech Mondays. Starting at about 5:30 to 6 is when they start rolling in, and then once they do, they're able to play for all the beans! All the beans, and all of the learning how to play, because Battletech is one of the, not newer, but it is rising on the scene for miniature war games, and if you'd like to get plugged into that, they have plenty of miniatures to go around, and they're more than happy to teach new players.
Somebody was in the back today just, like, assembling his models.
Yep.
It was really cool to watch.
That was one of our boys, and actually one of the heads of the
Yeah, I was
community.
gonna say, isn't he one of the heads of the community?
Yeah, that's our boy! I don't name drop it so much, because, I don't know. It's all good.
Because it's not a Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah! It's all good. But yeah, that is Battletech or Mech Mondays. But also on Mondays is Adventure League /AL for short. Do you want to talk about that one?
Sure. So this is a really good way to get into Dungeons and Dragons if, first of all, you don't have a group, and second of all, you're new to the game. We were talking about very large rulebooks. The Player's Handbook is a large document, and sometimes it feels like the game is not terribly accessible because it's a lot to read and research on, and it's a lot of numbers to process. Totally understandable. That's why we have Adventure League. It's really good to get you in and to learn it, and then it's really good for people who want to come back and run through adventures who just don't have a regular group, or maybe they have regular groups, but they just want to do a little more. So Adventures League happens on Mondays. It is a regular thing every week. It is also running at the Newport News location right now. So for those of you who are on the Newport News side of Virginia, feel free to stop in there as well. Attendance is not a commitment. It's set up so that you are able to show up when you can. So you might be here 1 week because you happen to have a Monday off, and then the next 3 weeks you don't. That's fine. You're not hurting anybody by doing that. So it's whenever you are able to.
It is very marvelous.
It's really cool. That's actually almost how I got started here. I ended up not doing it because I think I was going to do it when the COVID stuff happened, but that's what got me to check out Tower of Games.
Yeah!
Which is really interesting.
And now you're here.
And now I'm here.
Yay!
So if you are looking to sign up for a table, though, you would head to a website that I'm about to say. So it is warhorn.net/events/tower-of-games-DND. So if you guys do decide that you want to do it, that's the thing. The VOD will be up after the stream, so you guys can easily go back and listen to that. I'm not sure if we've got a link in the Discord on this one.
Yeah, we'll be posting in the Discord too.
Yeah. So, the first 2 times you attend are completely free. Afterwards, it's only a $2 entry at the door, so it is a super inexpensive thing that you can do whenever you're available, and it is an absolute blast.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
What's up?
Well, it's a good thing there wasn't a password to say.
Yikes. No worries, y'all. We will be A-okay. So, Tuesdays!
This is glorious. This is so scuffed.
It's all good. Because now everyone who's tuning in for the first time gets Tower of Games in all of its glory.
This is true. It is always this chaotic.
Yes, it is.
So, somebody says hi, Crump. This is Scott, that's his name?
Yep.
Okay, I just see Nixu, so.
And we love it.
I love people's screen names. It's so funny. I feel like it tells you so much about their personality.
It does.
If it tells you anything about mine is made of stupid. So.
I've become king of toast.
He has. Didn't even know how it happened, and I loved it.
I think I can probably track down the conversation. Actually, it wasn't a conversation. It was a roast. It was like a solid 30 to 45 minutes of a roast.
Yeah.
Anywho, on topic.
Yeah.
I just almost want to like see your hands because like this is just funny just coming up on screen. Boop.
It's our kobold.
Yeah, it's our kobold. But yeah, for Tuesdays is when Standard is going to be happening for Magic the Gathering. Standard is going to be pretty much the collection of the newer sets for Magic, and you're going to be able to use those newer sets to construct a 60-card deck, and you are able to pit them against one another, against all of the other players for Standard Night. And so it's going to be firing at about 7:30 p.m., and it is also acquiring players new and old, myself included. Jun Treasures for the win. Woo! And our kobold also plays Is It Turbo Mill, because Tasha's hideous laughter is nasty.
So disgusting.
Hey, you want to mill 40 CMC worth of stuff for 5 mana?
No. I hate mill decks, y'all.
I mean, most folks do. But yeah, that is going to be Standard. It is a $5 entry fee, and it is going to have prize support.
Alright.
Yeah, woo woo.
Well, that's kind of fun. On to another thing that we have on Tuesday, because we have 3 different things going on Tuesdays now. I love seeing the calendar fill back up again, by the way. Mm-hmm. We started with, like, one event when we came back, which I think was the Friday night draft, and I have just absolutely loved seeing the calendar fill up again. It makes me so happy. Mm-hmm. So our next thing is Bolt Action. That happens on Tuesdays as well. For those who do want to play on Bolt Action night, we recommend arriving around 5:30. There is no entry free. It's free. It is an entry free. No entry fee. It's a free game night. So if you want to play some World War II-esque wargaming, it literally is World War II. It's not even esque. Come in to see that. They also play other historical wargame titles, so feel free to come in and investigate what else exists. They're a super friendly community, so I highly recommend coming in. Even if you don't know if you want to play it yet, come watch them. Come talk to them. They're super friendly and we'll love it.
Absolutely. And there's also going to be HeroClix. HeroClix is always happy for new beginners. It's one of our smaller communities at the moment, but honestly, there's a whole group of chill dudes, and I love them all to bits. Because, like, it's the same guys where they come in every week, and it's like, here for HeroClix? Yeah, bro, you got the box for the mats? Yeah, I got you, bro. And they just give them the mats, and they go back, and they just be some of the best people. Mm-hmm. I love HeroClix. But as far as what the game itself does, the game is going to bring Marvel to an easy-to-play tabletop rule set. And so the idea behind it is that you have the characters, so you have like Storm, Cyclops, Wolverine, whoever else. You have them, and the base that they're going to be standing on, like the actual circular base that they stand on, is going to have a dial on it. And that dial will have all of the information you need for actually running the character, and the rulebook is mainly there for explaining how the game works and what all the symbols mean.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That is the point behind HeroClix.
Interesting.
So, like, whenever you find the packages in store, you're not going to find, like, a whole bunch of rule books. You're not going to have a whole bunch of this, that, or the other. It's just the models and maybe a pamphlet if it's a starter stuff.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. That is HeroClix.
Marvel HeroClix and names only X-Men.
Hey, man, they're Marvel.
I mean, not wrong.
Yep. And Wednesdays, we have X-Wing Night. Wednesdays for X-Wing is going to be one of our newer events. I had 2 gentlemen here playing the other night, but we do have... We do have other communities for it, actually trying to find a singular day to come together for X-Wing, and we have a night for you guys. That night for X-Wing is going to be on Wednesdays, as mentioned. And so X-Wing is going to be Star Wars dogfighting. For those unfamiliar with the term, dogfighting is taking plane versus plane and you're putting them in a large-scale aerial combat. And so you have X-Wings, you have A-Wings, TIE Fighters, you can take hold of the Separatists, you can take charge of whoever from the Star Wars universe and just get to battling. And so this right here is going to be the Star Wars X-Wing core set. This will also be mentioned later in the video, but we can just go ahead and omit that because we got it here. And it is going to be selling for $39.95, and this is going to be everything you need for getting it rolling. And it'll have all the pieces and parts and all of the ways of understanding how this works.
I would just recommend against any of the ships that are piloted by stormtroopers because we know they can't aim for
Technically,
their life.
Stormtroopers aren't pilots.
Perfect! All of them are safe. I know so much about Star Wars.
I can hear the cringes coming through the screen. I can hear it all now.
So much. It's going to be wonderful. So yeah, that I don't remember if he said it because I only processed about half of what he said. But you start arriving around 5 p.m. for that one.
Yep.
So.
And the last one on Wednesdays is going to be Modern. As mentioned before, the Pioneer decks are able to be played, assuming nothing in it is within the ban list currently, or at the time of when new bans do come out. I don't know, haven't checked that far into the deck list, but we are able to gather information at some point. If you are interested, feel free to let us know. And so for Modern, it is definitely one of our more competitive events during the week, and it has fired consistently.
Yeah.
Very consistently. And so has Standard, so has Draft, but for Modern, we have a lot of people asking, and Modern has done extremely well. And so as far as what it is going to be looking like for the logistical side of things, it has a $6 entry fee because there is a seasonal pool for Modern. There is an end-of-season prize pool for Modern, and it is...
Just already forgot about that.
There's an end-of-season prize pool. That is why the entry fee is up by a singular dollar. And it is prize-supported event on the night that you attend as well. And so if you're looking to test your mettle against some other Magic players, feel free to pop in.
All right. On Thursdays, we have a couple of events. We have Infinity Nights, which is an XCOM-like game, right?
Yep.
I don't know what XCOM is.
XCOM is where you take charge of individual dudes, but each one has a role. So you have Sniper, you have Hacker, you have like a Demolition dude.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I've seen like the packages for Infinity, so
Yep.
that makes sense.
And so you have like your captains, your lieutenants, your various officers and whatnot. And so you are able to take them to the field and you are actually doing squad-on-squad combat. And so for a bit easier of a comparison, it'll play closer to Kill Team as far as like a easier to grasp concept, where it's squad versus squad, not army versus army.
Okay.
It mainly ends there. But as far as what is going to be in store, they are always happy to see new players, and it also uses D20s.
I like D20s. I like my shiny click-clack.
Yeah, Infinity uses D20s, and it is a very interesting concept. Haven't played it myself, but if nothing else, if you guys would like more information on Infinity, feel free to let me know, and I can find somebody who knows more than I do. And we can indeed get that organized.
All right, our other Thursday night event is something that I know a little more about because do you play board games?
Nope.
We have a board game night.
Yes, we do.
There's a huge variety of games. You guys are welcome to bring in something that you would like to play and use the space, or you can use our gigantic wall of games and try something new if you haven't tried it yet. Or maybe it's just a good game that you just haven't had a chance to acquire. We've got options. It's a lot of fun. You should totally come. There is no entry fee and regular showing each week. So we have people here all the time who like to do it, and we have new faces every time. Come in on Thursday night. It's great.
Even families of new faces come through. Like, I had one group of, 6 or 7 people come through one night when I was working, and they're like, you guys got board game night? I'm like, oh, yeah, back there. And they just went, they picked up some board games, and then they sat down, and they, I just never heard from them for the rest of the night, because most of the regulars who come in, they already have duffel bags of board games ready.
I also just really like that it's on a Thursday because it's a really good night of the week for family events because weekends tend to be really busy for everybody, and a Thursday, just nobody plans anything on a Thursday, so come in and bring your family, and it's fun.
Indeed. And for Friday is going to have 40K night for all of our questers and crusaders of the 41st millennium of the Games Workshop series. It is a great environment for new players. As a matter of fact, most of the players that I have participating in 40K night right now were new players when they first started coming in. And so I've got regulars for Tau, I've got regulars for Orcs, I have regulars for Space Marines. What?
Most of your players were new players when they first started playing?
No, when they first came in store, they were new players.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were being really redundant.
But yeah, those are going to be a lot of the players that I'm going to be... Oh gosh, that is redundancy. Give me 1 second to collect my brain. Yes. So whenever the models do hit the table, because Games Workshop is well known for the quality of their plastic miniatures, they always attract new eyes whenever the models hit the table.
They also have just absolutely gorgeous models. Like, not only are they good, like, physically, they're the materials are nice.
Yep, well constructed.
They're just absolutely beautiful, intricate miniatures. So for those of you who might want something a little more intricate to go out on, like, maybe a BBEG or something for, like, a role-playing game, beautiful miniatures.
Like a giant mechanical beast powered by the blood of your enemies.
I just want their angels. I really like Warhammer's angels.
Yes, that is Age of Sigmar. That is the fantasy game. And if you're interested in maybe doing Age of Sigmar in Virginia Beach, let us know in chat, and we'll be see what we can get to you. Let's see. And it's yeah, little Chaos Knight. He's a little small though.
I love his horse's armor.
Yeah. Thank you.
Probably should have given it like a white backdrop or something.
I mean, we probably should have had that pre-recorded if we were going to do this. We're like, yes, here's an actual turnabout of what the thing looks like.
Listen, these are future improvements to the stream.
Production quality. We're getting there. Let's see. That's going to be the 40k night, and there's also MTG Draft on Fridays. And so I've gotten this question a few times as of, like, what happened to Friday Night Magic? And so as far as how it's working for our store, it is not going to be a Friday night, like, just general Magic, because we just have too many events.
Yeah.
Like, we have competitive draft. Well, not competitive draft. We have a lot of players looking to go in and go full speed for draft. Same thing for modern. Same thing for standard. Same thing for commander. And so pretty much the way we handle it is that we give each of them a separate day, and that is what the schedule will tell you. And so for draft, it is going to be what is called a sealed format. What that means is that when you come in store, is going to be a $15 entry fee, and I will give whoever is looking to enter that event 3 booster packs. Those 3 booster packs are going to be what you use to actually participate in the event, and when you participate, each person, when I actually say start, is going to open a pack, pick out a card, put it down, and you pass it to the person on your left or right, depending which round it is. That repeats until you have a whole bunch of cards, and then you build a deck out of it and you play. Mm-hmm. That is draft. And you also get to keep all of the cards that you pull for your deck. And so that has actually regularly fired with 2 pods. We are able to do more. So if you are looking to get involved and maybe find some new cards for those standard decks of yours, a Midnight Hunt is what we are drafting in the meantime. Head shakes.
I think it's really fun. It's a really good way to practice deck building as well. I'm terrible at deck building, but I have found that the sealed events that I have participated in have been really good for learning that once you've got a good basis for Magic.
Because you got to do it on the fly.
Right. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it if you don't have any experience with Magic. I would recommend our Saturday night events for that, personally.
And what is on Saturdays?
Well, so wonderful of you to ask. Our Saturday night event is our Commander Night for Magic. That is a 100-card deck, of which we do sell the pre-constructed versions of. Which ones are these?
These are the last 2 in inventory of the zombie deck.
Okay. I can't see the front of it, so I'm like, is that the zombie one, or is that the Coven Counters?
There's blue on there.
I didn't process that.
My brain no understand.
Yeah, my brain doesn't work half the time, guys. You know me. So Commander Night, it is a 100-card deck, so it might be a little intimidating at first, but like I said, we sell pre-constructed decks. They are really good for learning Magic, and because you get a 1 pod for the night and there's no rush on timing like there is with the draft, you have to play your games in an hour, which granted, it goes faster, but if you are learning, it's really nice to have a little bit of a slower experience. Commander can go as fast as you want it to go, but it's very new player friendly, so for anybody who is looking to explore Magic, I highly recommend Commander Nights. That's how I started, was the Commander format, and I very much have appreciated all of the help that I've gotten. We have several people who come in on Saturday nights who are very friendly to new players, and then we have people who are in competitive who are getting their games done in like an hour. So
both of them.
we go all through the scale. So whatever it is that you are looking for, it is here on Commander Night. Yesterday we had 61 players in. It was a huge night.
Oh, what number?
61. Which is, by the way, our 3rd highest, I believe, since we've come back to this. So that was a pretty incredible night. It is a $4 entry fee, so it's very accessible. And this one also has prize support. So
it is prize supported.
Woo-hoo!
And for Sundays is the main reason that we have a primary update to the calendar, because this has 2 events now on it that have been very, very sought after. Those 2 being Digimon and Flesh and Blood. For Digimon is going to be firing at noon. Firing meaning that's when the tournament starts. So it fires at noon. It has a $5 entry fee, and there is price support to it. Here today in store in Virginia Beach, we had 8 players arrive, and I have already heard that there are going to be more coming for next week.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, it's going to be spiffy. And then for Flesh and Blood Armory events are what they are technically called. That is going to be launching at 1 p.m. Again, $5 entry fee, price supported, and we had 10 players arrive in store today to play. Also looking for more, and I've gotten word that more are on the way.
Ooh, nice. All right.
I sound like a Kaminoan.
I just realized what time it is, so.
Yes.
We're gonna move through store inventory now.
Yeah!
Alright, so right now, at the moment, for Battletech, I did see Scott had mentioned a couple of things about this in the text, so our exact numbers at the moment of at the time of writing this script, we have 5 Game of Armored Combat boxes and 4 Clan Invasion boxes.
Yep.
For bolt action.
For bolt action, I have the Band of Brothers starter box, I have the Soviet Army starter box, I have the Japanese Banzai starter box, Semper Fidelis U.S. Marine starter box, United States Army starter box, and the British Army starter box.
Plenty of boxes that are friendly for you to get into. Highly recommend them.
Absolutely, because it is a full army, not quite ready to play because you need to assemble them, prime them, paint them, whatnot. But once you do get them already built, you're good to go. As far as X-Wing, the core set that was previously mentioned, right here. Whoop, whoop. This is one of 2, I believe, that we have in inventory, and we also have the Republic and the Fugitives and Collaborators Squadron packs. And so those are ways to start specific factions if you are looking. For 40k, there is the Command Edition starter box. Ooh, excuse me. The Command Edition has a rulebook inside of it, terrain, and 2 forces for getting started. That will also require other materials to build them before you can start playing. However, that is in store and ready to go. And we also have Combat Patrols / starter boxes for Space Marines, Adeptus Mechanicus, Death Guard, Drukhari, Tau, and Sisters of Battle. If those words don't make much sense to you, feel free to come in and I will happily explain.
He can go on for hours about it. Ask him.
That's literal.
It is. For Magic the Gathering, we have Midnight Hunt draft boxes. The sealed set boxes are unfortunately sold out at the moment. We have Theros Beyond Death booster boxes in stock. We have Ikoria booster boxes in stock. Modern Horizons 2 set boosters in stock. We have the 2 of the Undead Unleashed boxes, wherever those went. I think our Kobold took them
They are
back.
the last ones in store. Like, these are the last ones.
There's nothing in the back. Don't even ask.
You are looking at the last 2.
So, if that's something that you've been looking to get your eyes on, or get your hands on, you've got your eyes on it now.
Yeah, you want a zombie deck? Oh.
So you should come fast for those. We have plenty of the Coven counters. I highly recommend them. They're very good, especially if you're a new player looking to learn something. They're very straightforward. I really like them. And we have plenty of those in stock at the moment.
Yep. And for Yu-Gi-Oh, actually, we have 9 Dawn of Majesty booster boxes in stock. All shiny and silvery. And this is going to be selling for $84.99. Yeah. 9 cards per pack, 24 per box. That's actually a really cool dragon. Not gonna lie.
It is a really cool dragon.
Yeah.
Part of me wishes that I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh, or got into Yu-Gi-Oh for the first time. I had cards as a kid, but I had no idea how to play the game. And I'm like, no, I don't need another expensive hobby.
I used to have a dual disc as a kid.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
For Pokemon, we have 3 of those Battle Style booster boxes that you saw earlier.
Yep, Battle Styles. Wait, earlier it's here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I brought it. Did I?
It's okay. We saw them earlier. It was on screen already.
Oh, it was? Oh, it's over here. Battle Styles. So this is one of 3 that we have in inventory. And they can be sold as packs or as boxes. Let's see.
All right, for D&D, we have the core rule book set in stock. That would be the player's handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, and the Monsters Manual. It also comes in this lovely gift edition if you decide that you want that. Highly recommended. It's a decent deal.
Yep.
We still have plenty of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight books. They're so fun. I highly recommend them. It's an adventure that I'm thinking about running for myself, potentially for our kobold here.
And it's also the one where you can complete the whole thing without rolling initiative.
Yes, that is incredible because I feel like many of them will account for some amount of roleplay, but they don't really account for those extraordinarily roleplay heavy books, or parties, I mean. Mm-hmm. And so it's really nice to have something that just never even has to roll combat. We also have the Warlock tiles. We have plenty of those, so for those of you who like a module experience for building your dungeons and such, we have those.
I think the racks that the Warlock tiles are on are actually bending.
So much. I need to figure out a better way to display those.
I think the racks are actually bending.
We just don't have enough room for all the cool stuff.
Right?
We also have some epic encounters. So for those of you who are unfamiliar and have seen them, they are a white box with some pink text on it, and then like a usual illustration of whatever the big bad is or whatever the theme is. It is really cool. So it is an adventure that goes for a couple of levels, and then it gives you the model of whatever the end fight is. And they are really neat, so they give you... It's very flexible. You can do this and then run something homebrew after it. or you can just string those in a set, and it'll give you some recommendations of what adventures to follow up with. So it'll be like, this is the Serpent God one, and at the end you're going to do the Hydra one. And because that's the Serpent God, and they lead into each other. So it's really cool, it's really flexible, you get some really neat models out of it, and it's a really good deal.
They're also really fun to paint.
I think it goes from level 3 to 5 is usually the average for ending it.
They've gotten a couple of them, because then they also have the higher level ones as well. So.
Go Beast. Level 20 right for the first campaign. Yeah!
Oh, please don't do that. You will... If you're going to start a campaign, I recommend starting anywhere between level 1 and 3. Those are the levels to start.
Those are the good ones.
Yes, if you're unfamiliar with D&D.
Yep. And for Flesh and Blood, it is the new PvP TCG. No, wait. D&D PvP TCG. Yeah.
You want to explain that a little
I
bit?
just enjoy using acronyms. I can't understand half of them, but that's okay. So for D&D, you already understand the concept of making a character and playing them through combat or roleplay, whatever else. For Flesh and Blood, you're going to be taking the helm of a particular character. There is a soldier, there is a cleric, there is a ninja, there is a warrior, there is your effective equivalent of a warlock in there. That is Chain from Monarch, and there's, gosh, I can't remember the names off the top of my head. As far as the Blitz Decks, which are your starter decks and are able to be played right out the box, I have Blitz Decks from Tales of Aria and Monarch still in stock.
One of them had my name. I kind of wanted to buy it just for that name alone.
Wait, one of them did?
Yeah, there's a Lexi up there.
Oh.
Lexi is my nickname, but it was even spelled the way I spell it. It's L-E-X-I. Everybody else spells it L-E-X-Y, and I disagree.
Don't look at me.
I mean, it's not my place to tell anybody how to spell their own name, but it's not how I spell mine.
All right. And as far as the inventory that I do have for sealed product on the box level, I have one unlimited booster box for Monarch left.
All right.
That is it.
Yeah, it went pretty quickly.
And for events, what is happening at Tower 2? Kenna, if you are here in chat, feel free to let us know, girl.
Yeah, absolutely. So, for Tower 2, from what we have here, it looks like they are doing a Dungeons & Dragons Horror Lock-In Night that will be happening on October 30th. That will start at 8 p.m., and the theme for this, I suspect it's going to be just some D&D games along the thread of these themes, which will be medical, psychological, and horror-themed, and monster-themed horror games. I'm not dyslexic. Seat reservations are $5 first come, first serve. $5 for a lock-in experience is kind of incredible.
Absolutely.
So,
and for that, if you want to be completely decked out, have all the Halloween gear, and be ready to roll, there are some blind packs for dice in store. Hand me the box. It's a big box. We have a whole box of trick-or-treats.
I have been so excited for these.
It's so cool. They look like little candy corns, but that's okay.
I'm gonna buy this one.
Okay.
Might as well, let's get this sweet, sweet serotonin on stream. Inside each pack, it comes with a nice little open thing. I have to buy it now.
Yeah.
It comes with a themed pin. So they have their, Mind Eater, they have their eye monster, and then a mimic. I happen to get the Mind Eater horror version. He's a evil dark clown.
Yeah, I see 2 mimics. I see a beholder. I see 2 octopuses, I guess.
There are 2 mind players, 2 beholders, 2 mimics, 1 for trick and 1 for treat for each of the 3.
Aww,
So I got
that's
the
cute.
trick Mind Eater, Mind Flayer. We all know what it is.
It's one of those 2.
Well, it's Mind Eater for legal purposes, but it's Mind Flayer because everybody knows what they were getting at. And
You
then
got
they
it.
have a unique metal die, and so in each pack you're going to get 1 of each. There are 6 to collect total of each. This is absolutely stunning. This is pure black, and I love it. This is just, it makes my heart so happy. And it's got a cat on it.
Wait, where?
It's the D20.
Yo.
There's a cat, Ghost is the glow-in-the-dark one, there's a candy corn, I think there's a pumpkin.
Yeah, so there are several different ones. I think there's a purple and white striped one. There's lots of options. I highly recommend it. It's so fun, and I mean, tell me it's not fun to just open a pack of things and then be like, ooh, it's shiny.
And how much do they sell for?
They are $18 each. So, we also, if you are interested in acquiring each of them, have a few packs. I think we have 3 of them right now,
Yep,
if we
we came
haven't
in
sold
with 3.
any. It is all 6 pins and all 6 dice for $90 even, so about the price of, I want to say, 3 of these.
Yeah. No,
No,
that's not how math works.
4 or 5. I
Because
don't
it's
know.
18, right?
It's cheaper than opening these until you find them all. So if you wanted to collect them all, you should get that.
I'm getting so many shakes of shame right now.
I am a shameful individual. It's fine.
Jeez.
So anyways, you want to move on to the next item?
The next item is where to find us. If you didn't quite get enough madness here in the past, almost hour that we've been on?
Yeah, honestly.
If you didn't get enough madness here, you can find us here on this Twitch page. This Twitch page that you see us on right now, we stream to every Sunday at about 7:30. Usually our streams are a little more constructed than this, but we had a lot of cool stuff to tell you guys. So you know what? We don't mind going a little bit over just because all of you are awesome. Yes, that is where you can find us live every Sunday. If you are not able to catch us when we are live, or if you do not have a Twitch, you can also find us on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is where we post these streams every time after they are done streaming here. I will be posting those sometime during the next week whenever I have time, ? But we are also able to post other content on there. Like there's a beginner's guide to miniature painting on there. We have actually featured Mr. Scott, who has been in chat with us all night. Thank you, sir. We have featured him on camera with us to actually teach everyone Battletech. And so if you're looking to play Battletech, you can see his and mine insanity on camera at once in a very similar setup to this. Let's see, what else is on there? The kill team rules are going to be coming at some point whenever I'm able to get that finished out. Long story short, there's a lot of stuff coming, so stay tuned. Bloop. And we are also on Facebook. The Facebook situation is going to be a little odd. So for those who are unfamiliar with us, Tower of Games, we have multiple locations, and each location will have its own Facebook page. As far as the Virginia Beach location, as the primary store, you only need to look up Tower of Games and look for Draco the Dragon, the red dragon that you will see in our image here on the icon for the Twitch page. Same dragon, just look for him and you'll find us. And you can also find us on Instagram. Instagram is where we're going to be posting some of the new things as events come through and as new inventory items come through whenever we do get the chance, because we are very busy bees in house.
Just a little bit.
We are very busy bees. And then we also have a Discord page. That is your baby, is it not?
It is. Well, it's our baby, but it's mostly my baby.
She did all the hard work.
Very hard on getting it all assembled, and we wanted to make sure that we had at least one space for every community, even if not by name, somewhere that you could go to communicate about your game, whether or not it's card games. Maybe it's a really niche card game, but there's a spot where it's just card games, so you might not have a specific channel dedicated to your game, but you have a place where you can talk about it, and we are more than open to suggestions. If we find that there's a need for extra channels, we'll add them. We just need to know about it. So we love seeing people chatting in there. There are people in there all the time, and it's really nice to see. I don't really get to see that very often because when I'm here, I'm working. So it's nice to be able to be in a chill atmosphere with the communities.
And you can also find out why I'm so fascinated with metallic dragons at 2 a.m.
Or you can find out why he's named King of Toast.
That is true. I'm pretty sure Discord saves that far, doesn't it? Saves that far in the chat? Yeah.
It goes all the way up.
Oh my god.
So... but yeah, so that is where you can find us. So anytime that you are looking for us, if you aren't able to come up to store, those are many ways to see what is going on in the store, and we highly recommend keeping up with that.
Yep, and you can also shop online with us if you are anywhere else in the world at towerofgames.com. And you can see all the cool stuff that most of the cool stuff that we have here right in front of us, so we can send them straight to your door. And that being said, that is Wyatt and
Alexa
signing out, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye!
Hope you have a lovely night.
Yep.